about my home. We used to live on the farm. My dad worked for the owner there, and my mom was housekeeping. And we would go, the buses would pick us up and bring us back.
To school.
Mm, to get groceries would be my dad. Most of the time just him, and get just the basic of beans, rice, maybe a piece of hamburger meat, and that was our special for all. We will all be happy on Saturday night having. She made it with chili, Mom. Ground beef with chili and beans. Oh, we were like in heaven with that. And since we had chickens we had chickens and 2 wild turkeys we were scared of, and roosters and rabbits. We try to get anything, raised animals, plus 2 dogs.
And this was all down in Westlake, Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I was raised. I was born, raised, and graduated from high school.
Okay. What's your favorite place in your home back then?
Back then, it was our tree house. No, the one me and Socorro made ourselves. That was our tree house. We took dolls and be up there playing.
Was it in the back of the house or the front?
In the front.
And when you wanted to be alone, where'd you go?
You know, the only place that if you were to be alone would be the bathroom. But besides that, you couldn't go anywhere where you might get in trouble if they don't know where you are. So we always just playing or staying in the front, because there was 2 big trees.
And when you're growing up, what was a typical day? You usually spent your days doing what?
When it was school time, it would be getting ready to go to school, come back and change into our clothes and really play till it was supper time that would call us. Our heating thing was, in those days, which was, I don't know why, we had remember that tub, and of course you use it for shower, one was for heating, and they would get, I don't know what was it they put in there, but I was too close to the fire and I passed out one. They thought maybe it was that carbon monoxide from both. I don't know.
But they got you right away.
Uh-huh. And it was outside, so I was able probably to come back with fresh air too. I don't know.
What kind of chores did you have? Or did you have chores?
Didn't have chores, Mom. I know 90% in the Mexican that girls especially are always kind of not obligated, but that you would be doing things in the house, like cleaning or cooking and helping your mom pack the lunch and everything for the morning. So.
On winter days, were winter days any different than summer days down in Texas?
Yeah, I guess it's both the same, because if it was too hot, we didn't have air conditioning or anything, and it was just a 2-room house. And I think it was Ricky and, I don't think Ricky and Lisa were born yet, but And the cold was the worst because you can feel more, because it was used just that big chop to put wood and to try to keep us warm. I guess everybody piling up in one bed.
Yeah, to keep warm.
Yeah.
So then on the bright summer days, what did you do?
That's when we like to go swimming in the canal. And if they didn't want us to go swimming, they would tell us La Llorona was around there. So if we didn't listen, she would be waiting for us. So we didn't go.
And that would keep you away from that.
Away from there.
That's good. Good. So a typical day for your mom, what was that?
Work, work, work. Getting up in the morning, making tortillas. Grandma was there too, but breakfast, so I guess, so my dad would go to work, and when we were working in the summer in the cotton field for us.
Okay. And your
Washing
grandma
and
lived
drying.
with you. That was your dad's mom.
Mm-hmm.
What did you call her?
Willie.
Okay.
She was always Willie, and she'd be all excited waiting for me because I used to go with a neighbor. She used to go get groceries. And they didn't have kids, but she wanted to see if I would go with her. And she would always buy me some sweet bread. And I knew what my grandma liked, and all of us really, and she would buy us bread. And then they had trucks. Before, if you buy the groceries, they will bring you home with the groceries, bring people home. I don't see that anymore.
No.
At least around the area. But, that was the excitement. My grandma would be waiting, and she would laugh at me because I would say, Grandma, wait! Trae pan de redondo en las conchitas, Ay, mija. We would sit there and be eating. And Socorro was there, everybody would come and we would share the bread, be sitting. That was excitement of going to the store with Teresa Viñate. She was a really nice lady, real helpful.
Did you have a car at that time?
No.
So you just had to catch rides with other people?
Catch rides or walk. Because we used to walk, like almost 2 miles to get to the main highway to go to catechism classes. The nuns, nuns were more popular at that time. And they would take us to Mile 13, get all the people from the farm to try to just taught us catechism. And sometimes my grandma would go, but we didn't want her to go because then she'd be by herself coming back. And so she would stand on the street like that. As long as she could just see us, and it would be okay. That way she helped my mama in a lot of things that my mom was probably busy out of things, because I never just saw her sitting down, really. Yeah. She always had things to do, and Grandma always helped her.
And your grandma was the one who mainly took care of you? That was nice, that you had so much help.
She took care of all of us.
Good. Can you tell us if you ever had pets when you were little?
Had what? Cats?
Pets.
Yeah. Dog and one princess that I got from Bridgeport from the farmer, Martin. And ever since it was a German Shepherd, so we named her Princess. I asked my dad, I said, I want a dog. He said, well, go ahead, but my dad likes dogs, animals. He loves animals. He feeds them. He worked at the Humane Society for quite a while, you know. But it was mostly dogs. Cats, I think, because the chickens and everything, and I don't know. But we didn't have cats. Just, I never thought about it.
Did you do sports at all?
No, because we didn't have a way to come back or to pay, fees, whatever. My parents never went to any parent-teacher conference to meet the teachers. I think if it was up to my mom and had a way, she would, because education was her number one thing, and she wanted for all of us to at least go. It was a big thing to go to high school, finish high school, because there were so many dropping out of school, especially my sister, Mary.
She dropped out?
At 15, she said she was going to help my dad, and because it was too much to take care of. But I don't think so. She just probably didn't want to.
Did she
She
eventually...
always wanted to be up with par with other people, the way dressed and everything. And I think she saw that she didn't fit. I don't know. We always went, they told us we go, no matter what. Bullying went around. Because I remember a girl used to bully me around. And in the bus, and she was mean, and she would fight like a guy.
What did you do to stop it?
I would tell her, leave me alone and everything. And so, sí. And we go, ¿qué te crees tú? And like that, I said, I don't even hang around. No me gusto ni contigo. ¿Por qué me tratas así? And Connie, my friend, used to be coming, and we would sit together, try to defend each other. And the last time was that she grabbed me from the back. She was in the back and grabbed me and pulled me back. And Connie got up too, and was saying, and told the bus driver saw it. So they put her there. Then she didn't bother me no more. They took her to the principal. But
so you need to report it if someone's bullying you. Is that the advice you can give your grandchildren?
I tell them, no matter what they tell you, you should. I don't care. If not, they're going to continue.
Yeah.
I just hate that bullying.
Stories.
We really participated in anything of the church, of course, go charismatic communion and,
Confession. Did you do confirmation?
Confirmation. Of course, when they baptized, I was a baby, but besides that, my mom was really a religious lady that it just came on us and we were going, and that was no questions asked. That was part of our life to make that time for God. Oh, besides, we do it every day, but a special.
Right. Who were the people that helped you learn about God?
My mom and Willie. If it was like my dad, he wouldn't send us anything to go more about God, church, Catholic, or the other thing was this, education wasn't important for him. So he didn't care about, I say care because our future, at least that if he wanted us to get better, we would be better if we go to school. But he thought if you stay home, they will make more money. He was always thinking about making money, And I remember my mom even I don't know if you ever seen, they used to sell 25-pound sack, flour sack. My mom would wash the material really good, and she would make us panties out of it.
Nice.
Because I think that was the most important for her, to have something to change, than to look, because I'm sure she could have done even like a skirt or shorts, but it was always that. We never thought that we were poor, but we were happy. And I think that's the most important thing that I really learned in my early age about. It's being like together as a family, unity, respect. I always wanted that respect from my mom. She got it the last 20 years of hers from separating, and she talked to the priest about, because I would tell her, no, Mom, if you talk to the priest of everything, they'll decide what's best for you. I don't think they want you to be in a place where you are getting abused, beaten up, and everything. I said, and the priest told him, she might not divorce him, but she didn't have to live with him. And those were the 20 years that they both, my mom has always respected him, that he respected her and would talk to her more than when they were married. There were times I know I would see it, he wouldn't talk to her. She was just there for the kids and cook. You know what I mean, like that? That's the feeling I got. And I was small. And that's my mom. And I didn't want nobody to hurt my mom. My mom was everything to me. And it still is. I thought being a doctor and try to have a place out on the farm like that where people might be able to come closer, where if you don't have a way to go, that it would be where they knew me.
Yeah.
But I was lucky to go finish high school.
But you did graduate.
Yeah.
And where did you graduate from?
Westlaco
Okay.
High School.
What you-
1970.
1970. Okay.
My best friend and sister was Socorro. Because we did everything together. I was watching her. She was 2 years younger. But yet we couldn't be away from each other, So it's really something, because I don't remember me and her ever fighting, arguing.
What's a fun experience you remember with her?
The fun experience that at the end of the tomato, October 4th, we would go like a week before, a week before, to go shopping for the school, supplies. And I always remember that I think she had a chance to buy like 2 or 3 and me like that off, and then all the school supplies to get, a pair of shoes to have. And in my senior year, took a picture, and she was a sophomore, and she took a picture with my dress, same dress. I said, we didn't know until after I got it. I said, oh, how did she do it then? I didn't know, but
That's
no,
great.
we always had till the end here.
Yeah.
Always looking for each other. I couldn't be away from her. She got married in 72 to 73, and I try to enjoy myself. Go, yes, I went, but there was a piece missing. So, and she's not that expressive. She got to be more expressive, but at the time she wasn't that expressive. But just by our look and hugging, we knew, you know, we had each other.
That's nice. You also have your husband. Can you tell me how you met him? What's his name?
Mervyn
His whole name.
Whipple?
Just Mervyn Whipple? There's no middle name?
No.
Okay.
You don't want that middle name.
Okay.
I met him through, really, I knew him through Louise, that's married to Laverne, that's a brother of Mervyn. And me and Louise used to hang around together in summer when I used to come over here. And we used to go to the Sunset Drive-In and always meet there and everything. And I met him, and then I met Dolores, my sister-in-law, and we became really good friends. But I never talked with Mervyn. I was with Louise and Laverne, and then I would go with Tiny, Dolores, and we always used to go out together and everything. And I knew him, but I wasn't there. He wanted to go out with me, but I guess he didn't know how to ask. He always had his brother and Louise just come like that. Say, you want to go to the movies? You want to go to a theater and this and that? And I would be like, there, I wasn't even dressed. I said, no. I said, why? It's kind of dark there. Don't have to wear. No, I don't want to go. So, say you left me. You didn't want to go. I didn't even know you were there. And I kept on until finally I fell.
How old were you?
At that time, 24.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't.
So when did you get married?
Got married the following year, August 15, 1975. And then we had Christy in 1976. 79 was Cassie, you know. We had 2 girls.
So you were married in Scottsbluff and moved to Texas.
Yeah. 75, 83 would be what? 8 years after that we went over there for 10 years, from 83 to 93. And the girls would always have friends, guys, friends. They would always, Mervyn would, I told him I prefer that they be here and know who they are than for them to be wandering around in the park or going to different places or doing it. So they would always meet there and be outside sitting down and talk. When they used to hang around and bring their friends and cousin Chacho.
And who is Chacho?
Chacho is my nephew, son of my brother Paulo. Ever since he was like 4, him and Cassie were really attached with each other. And he would always defend her if, like, Christy and Stacy, because they were older, would pick on them. And like Cassie wasn't the fighting, she was the more quiet, and he was used to pinching and biting if you do anything. So what she did, she beat Stacy on the stomach because they were calling, I don't know what, Cassie. And that time Christy was trying to get away from him and hit him, and he scratched her face. So he left me a scar. Oh, you guys were mean with them. she was defending his cousin all the time, but they always get together, all of them, that bunch of cousins together.
And now do they get together?
Hmm.
But without the fighting.
Without the fighting.
Yeah. Oh,
They
good.
all have kids. They all have their own. No.
Good.
No. Now we're going to be married 42 years in August.
What can you tell us about true love with Mert?
True love is not to expect like things that you think you can buy with money. It's I think the relationship with each other. He would always be helping me, and it's not like they say 50-50. Sometimes you might give a little bit more of the other one, but because you want that marriage to be continue, because wasn't a big thing that would take over my everyday things. Because I said, he's been everything to me, helping, being there, always making sure the girls had things for school, not because just to be up here, but the basic of everything, being there all the time.
What do you love most about Mervyn?
He's well-mannered, respected, because up to now I just get a smile from him, but he always says, especially when I was sick, now that I'm doing better, that I've cooked a few meals, he always says, "Oh, Martha, that was really good. Thank you. That was really good." He's always saying thank you when I do something for him. And that makes me feel good. I appreciate him more. And all he does is for the family.
That's nice. And is there any message that you want to give your grandchildren about how much you love them, or any message about life lessons?
I tell them, like I told the girls, a grandma's love, you don't know what it is until you become a grandma. And that love is so much stronger. Not that you love them more, but stronger than your kids. Maybe because I'm older, I can now more relaxed. I don't know. But being a grandma, I feel so honored, and having my 6 individual, all different, but love them the same. I want them to better themselves, go farther than their parents, or to do a job that they will love and enjoy, and do it from the heart, because money is not everything.